Hello everyone. Dinosaurs appear as one of the most magical and mysterious creatures in the history of the Earth. Thousands of years ago, these gigantic creatures ruled this world. But unfortunately, their story had a tragic ending. Today, we prepared this documentary to get to know them better and respect their past. The Triassic period and the domination of reptiles. The Triassic period dates back approximately 252 million years and covers the period when the evolution of dinosaurs began. During this period, the Earth is under the rule of terrestrial reptiles. These reptiles include groups such as extinct temnospondyls, parasaurs, and diapsids. The evolutionary story of dinosaurs begins with reptiles belonging to the class Archosauria. Archosauria represents a subclass of reptiles adapted to land life. This class includes creatures such as dinosaurs, birds, crocodiles, and some extinct species. Archosauria, which emerged during the Permian period about 250 million years ago, includes the closest relatives of dinosaurs. Archosaurs split into two large groups over time. These two main groups are called Pseudosuchia and Ornithodira. The Pseudosuchia group includes crocodiles and some extinct species, while the Ornithodira group includes birds and dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are included in these Ornithodira groups. The more specific evolution of dinosaurs occurred within the Ornithodira group. At this stage, dinosaurs are classified into two large subgroups, Saurischia and Ornithischia. The Saurischia suborder includes carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs, while the Ornithischia suborder also includes carnivorous and herbivorous species. This distinction is determined by differences in the anatomical features of dinosaurs. Appeared during the Triassic period of the Mesozoic era, about 230 million years ago. The first dinosaurs were smaller and more mobile reptiles. Different species developed different feeding habits and anatomical features, influencing the evolution of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs diversified rapidly evolutionarily, leading to the emergence of different species. During the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, they dominated different geographies and habitats around the world. Some species, which reached gigantic sizes, settled at the top of ecosystems by preying on other creatures. The timeline of dinosaurs includes a giant period lasting approximately 165 million years. This period is known as the Mesozoic era and began approximately 252 million years ago and ended 66 million years ago. The Mesozoic era is divided into three main periods in Earth's history: the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. The Triassic period represents the first period of the Mesozoic era and marks the beginning of the evolution of dinosaurs. This period began approximately 252 million years ago and ended approximately 201 million years ago. The Triassic period is a critical time period for our understanding of the origin and early stages of dinosaur evolution. The Triassic period and the emergence of dinosaurs. The Triassic period is an important geological time period because it represents the period in which the first stages of dinosaur evolution took place. During this period, the lands on Earth were united into a single supercontinent, Pangaea. The first dinosaur fossils were found in the Triassic period, but during this period dinosaurs were competing with larger and dominant reptile groups. During the Triassic period, dinosaurs persisted as creatures of medium size. The Triassic period are extinct species and generally have more primitive features. Dinosaurs of this period include groups such as small and light-bodied carnivorous dinosaurs, herbivorous dinosaurs, and herrerasaurids. During this period, dinosaurs were still overshadowed by other reptiles and would establish their dominance in later periods. The Triassic period was a critical period for the evolution of dinosaurs and other creatures. Environmental conditions during this period laid the groundwork for the evolution of future dinosaurs. Additionally, during the Triassic period, dinosaurs began to develop different life strategies by competing with other creatures. The Jurassic period represents an important phase of dinosaur evolution, and during this period dinosaurs began to diversify and establish their dominance. The Jurassic period began approximately 201 million years ago and ended approximately 145 million years ago. Jurassic period and dinosaurs. The Jurassic period is the period when dinosaurs began to diversify. Different species and subgroups of dinosaurs appeared during this period. Dinosaurs with diverse feeding habits, such as carnivorous dinosaurs, herbivorous dinosaurs, and omnivorous dinosaurs, evolved during the Jurassic period. The Jurassic period is an important period in the evolution of theropod dinosaurs. During this period, theropods reached larger sizes and turned into carnivorous predators. Especially theropods such as Allosaurus were important predators of this period. Dinosaurs were classified into two major subgroups during this period. The Saurischia suborder includes carnivorous dinosaurs, while the Ornithischia suborder includes herbivorous dinosaurs. This distinction is determined by the anatomical features of dinosaurs. During the Jurassic period, the supercontinent called Pangaea began to break up further. These continental movements allowed dinosaurs to spread across different geographies and occupy different habitats. The Jurassic period is a period when pterosaurs, also known as flying dinosaurs, began to diversify rapidly. These creatures are winged and lightly built and are common in marine and terrestrial life. The Jurassic period is considered one of the most critical periods in the evolution of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs increased their dominance and increased species diversity during this period. Additionally, some dinosaur species began to develop feathers during this period, which would later lead to the evolution of birds. The Jurassic period is an important phase in the story of dinosaurs and is known as a period that demonstrates their evolutionary success. The Cretaceous period represents the period when dinosaurs dominated and diversity reached its peak. This period covers the last part of the Mesozoic era and began approximately 145 million years ago and ended approximately 66 million years ago. The Cretaceous period is a critical period for the evolution of dinosaurs and other creatures. Cretaceous period and dinosaurs. The Cretaceous period was the period when dinosaur diversity was at its highest. During this period, there were dinosaur species of different sizes and anatomical features. Groups such as theropod dinosaurs, sauropods, and ornithopods were especially important. The Cretaceous period was also a period when marine life was rich. Creatures such as sea snakes, sea turtles and fish, the ancestors of vertebrates, dominated the seas. There were also creatures such as ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs, vertebrates that floated above the sea surface. The Cretaceous period was an important period for the diversification and spread of pterosaurs, the flying dinosaurs. These creatures dominated the airspace with their winged and feather-like structures. Ornithopods became increasingly diversified during this period and began consuming a variety of plant species. This had an impact on vegetation and ecosystems. The Cretaceous period ended, a tragic era began for dinosaurs. Many dinosaur species became extinct, possibly due to events such as an asteroid impact or major volcanic eruption. This major extinction event ended the Mesozoic era and gave rise to new periods such as the Tertiary period and the Quaternary period. The Cretaceous period was one of the richest and most diverse periods in the historical story of dinosaurs. This was a period when dinosaurs dominated, different species existed in land and sea ecosystems, and some dinosaurs evolved as flying species. However, a major extinction event at the end of the Cretaceous period caused dinosaurs and many other creatures to become extinct and ushered in a new geological era. The discovery of the first dinosaur fossil contributed greatly to laying the foundations of paleontology. Here is a brief summary about the discovery of the first dinosaur fossil. The first dinosaur fossil was discovered by British paleontologist William Buckland in 1819. Buckland examined a fossil found in Stonesfield, England, and identified it as belonging to the genus Megalosaurus. This fossil was the first concrete evidence of the existence of dinosaurs and led to dinosaurs becoming a subject of scientific research. Megalosaurus is a type of carnivorous theropod dinosaur, and this find has inspired our understanding of the origins of dinosaurs and the discovery of more fossils. This discovery was the beginning of the major dinosaur fossil search that began in the mid-19th century. In later years, dinosaur fossils were also discovered in America and more information was obtained about the diversity and lifestyle of dinosaurs. These early discoveries laid the foundation for exploring and understanding the intriguing world of dinosaurs. After the first dinosaur fossils were discovered, British anatomist and paleontologist Sir Richard Owen coined the term dinosauria in 1842. The term means terrible lizards and was used to describe dinosaurs. Crystal in London in 1854. The imaginary dinosaur models exhibited at the palace allowed dinosaurs to be seen by a wide audience and increased the popularity of these creatures. In America, Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker paleontologists such as Cope began discovering large dinosaur fossils from the Cretaceous period. This period is famous for the rivalry known as the Great Dinosaur Wars. The first dinosaur museum was established in Yverdon-les-Bains, Switzerland, in 1822, introducing the intriguing world of dinosaurs to large audiences. The first theories about the lifestyle and extinction of dinosaurs emerged towards the end of the 19th century. In particular, views on how dinosaurs became extinct have led to great debate. The early discoveries of dinosaurs made major contributions to the science of paleontology and helped us better understand the life and extinction of these large creatures. Dinosaurs existed in a wide variety of species on Earth throughout the Mesozoic time. These large creatures are classified into different types based on their anatomical features, feeding habits and habitats. Dinosaurs are classified into two main groups, Saurischia and Ornithischia. These two main groups are distinguished according to the anatomical features and family trees of dinosaurs. Saurischia includes dinosaurs with distinctive anatomical features. This group is distinguished from other dinosaur groups, especially by the structure of the pelvis or pelvic bone. Their pelvises are more elongated than those of earlier groups of dinosaurs and are referred to as lizard-hipped or lizard-hipped. Saurischia is itself divided into two main subgroups, theropods and sauropodomorphs. Theropods are known as carnivorous predatory dinosaurs and are among the most well-known members of the Saurischia suborder. They usually walk on two legs and have sharp teeth. They are fast and agile hunters. Tyrannosaurus among the famous species among theropods Rex, Velociraptor, Allosaurus and Spinosaurus. Some theropods, especially species considered ancestors of birds, have evolved feather-like structures. This is important evidence to explain the evolution of birds. Sauropodomorphs include herbivorous dinosaurs that generally reached large sizes. This group is known for their long necks and tails. Sauropod species that have reached gigantic sizes, such as Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, belong to this group. They have long necks, huge bodies, small heads, and the ability to stand on all fours. The teeth are generally small and they generally have a herbivorous feeding habit. They were often found in terrestrial ecosystems, especially in forested areas and along river banks. The Ornithischia subgroup includes herbivorous dinosaurs and there are many different subgroups in this group. Here are some important Ornithischia subgroups. The suborder Thyreophora includes armored dinosaurs. Species such as Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus belong to this group. Armored dinosaurs are dinosaurs that have spines and armor plates on their bodies. Ornithopods include herbivorous dinosaurs that walked mostly on two legs. Species such as Parasaurolophus and Hadrosaurus belong to this group. Ornithopods differ with their dental structures and mouth structures. The Ceratopsia subgroup includes horned and armored dinosaurs. Species such as Triceratops belong to the suborder Ceratopsia. These dinosaurs are often recognized by large horns and feather-like protrusions. Pterosaurs are flying creatures that lived at the same time as dinosaurs but are a different group. These creatures lived in the Mesozoic era at the same time as dinosaurs and dominated the airspaces. Alright, what are pterosaurs? Pterosaurs, Mesozoic. They lived from the Triassic period to the Cretaceous period, which is part of the period. Pterosaurs are winged creatures and differ from dinosaurs in classification. Pterosaurs did not descend from reptiles like dinosaurs. Pterosaur means winged lizard in Greek. Their name comes from their wing-like structures and reptile-like body structure. Basic characteristics of pterosaurs. Pterosaurs are known for their large and lightweight wings. These wings are covered with a membrane, a long feather-like structure. Their bodies are similar to reptiles, but they have changed to suit their flying needs. Unlike reptiles, pterosaurs had a shoulder structure that allowed them to stand up their bodies for flight. They could have different types and structures, from large to small sizes. Some lived in the seas, while others lived on land. Additionally, some species had quite large wingspans. Pterodactylus. It is one of the most well-known pterosaur species and lived during the Triassic and Cretaceous periods. Its wingspan was around 1.5 meters. Quetzalcoatlus, a pterosaur that lived in North America during the Cretaceous period, had a wingspan of up to 10 meters, making it one of the largest known flying creatures. Pteranodon. This species lived in North America during the Cretaceous period and had a large wingspan. Pterodons fed by hunting fish. Pterosaurs are among the first flying vertebrates in world history. Scientific research on their flight abilities, wing structures, and body structures has helped us understand how pterosaurs flew and the habitats of different species. They flew similarly to modern-day birds and bats, but they were truly unique creatures. Pterosaurs occupied a variety of habitats throughout the Mesozoic era, conveying the mystery of these large creatures to today's scientists and paleontologists. Dinosaurs often lived in forested areas, and these habitats provided rich food sources for many herbivorous dinosaurs. Herbivorous dinosaurs, especially ornithopods, lived in these habitats due to the abundance of vegetation in the forests. Some dinosaurs lived in open savanna-like areas. Carnivorous dinosaurs, such as theropods, would chase prey and feed as predators in these habitats. Some dinosaurs lived and hunted in aquatic habitats. They especially hunted aquatic creatures such as sea turtles and sea snakes. Some dinosaurs, such as mosasaurs, also lived in marine habitats. Some dinosaurs lived in ponds and fed on aquatic plants in these habitats. These types of dinosaurs were generally smaller in size and preferred to move around in water. Delta regions and coastal areas were important habitats for dinosaurs. These habitats include areas where freshwater sources flow into the sea, and many dinosaur species had easy access to both terrestrial and marine sources. Some dinosaur species, especially theropods, are thought to have lived in polar regions. Although these regions were as cold as today, climatic conditions were different during the Mesozoic era. Some dinosaurs lived in arid habitats such as deserts and survived by using water resources as well as vegetation in these regions. Dinosaurs' feeding habits varied greatly depending on their species and the habitats in which they lived. Among the dinosaurs, there were carnivorous, herbivorous, and even herbivorous dinosaurs. Carnivorous dinosaurs ate by hunting or eating carrion. Large theropods had large teeth and claws for capturing and killing their prey. For example, Tyrannosaurus large theropods such as Rex and Allosaurus would tear apart their prey with their teeth and jaws. Some theropods were known as fast and agile hunters. Species such as Velociraptor hunted their prey in groups. Some theropods could fly. Theropod species such as Pterodactylus could hunt in water. Herbivorous dinosaurs Ornithischia and some Saurischia species. Herbivorous dinosaurs fed on vegetation. Their teeth evolved to be suitable for cutting and grinding plants. Ornithopods were the most common among herbivorous dinosaurs. Species such as hadrosaur and iguanodon fed on plants. The Thyreophora subgroup, known as armored dinosaurs, generally fed on low plants and tried to protect themselves with their armor. Herbivorous dinosaurs, sauropodomorphs. Herbivorous dinosaurs were sauropod-like species with large sizes and long necks. They had feeding habits similar to today's elephants and elephants. These dinosaurs plucked leaves and shoots from trees, ground plants, and fed in this way. Their long necks allow them to eat plant material from high trees. The feeding habits of dinosaurs are closely related to their anatomical features and the habitats in which they live. Different species have developed different strategies to access different food sources. These feeding habits are determined by paleontologists through fossil records and anatomical studies and provide important clues to understanding the ecological roles and lifestyles of dinosaurs. Although it is difficult to have direct information about the behavior and social interactions of dinosaurs, there is some conjecture and evidence about certain behaviors and social tendencies. There is some evidence that some dinosaur species lived in packs. Herbivorous dinosaurs, especially ornithopods, could protect themselves from predators by wandering in herds. Some theropods, such as Velociraptor, may also have hunted their prey in groups. There is information about the nesting and egg-laying behavior of some dinosaur species. For example, some species, such as Protoceratops, built nests and protected their eggs. Egg-laying behavior and nest-building are considered part of the reproductive behavior of dinosaurs. Social hierarchy and sexually related behaviors. Some dinosaurs are thought to have formed social hierarchies and competed in sexual relationships. This is estimated based on differences in dinosaur sizes and anatomical features. For example, in some ceratopsian species, horns and spines were used when competing against other individuals. Communication and visual signals. We do not have clear information about dinosaurs' communication methods, but it is thought that some species communicated with visual signals. Some dinosaurs were covered in feathers, which could be used for social communication or thermoregulation. Voice communication. We don't have definitive information about vocal communication, but there is evidence that some dinosaur species made sounds. There is evidence that it produces insect-like sounds, particularly among theropods. Learning more about the behavior of dinosaurs may be possible with the development of the fossil record and scientific research. Paleontologists attempt to learn more about the behavior of dinosaurs using fossil evidence, geological data, and anatomical studies. However, due to the lack of knowledge in this field, the social behavior and communication methods of dinosaurs still remain largely unknown. The size of dinosaurs varied greatly among various species. However, some dinosaurs reached extraordinary sizes and became among the largest land animals in world history. Here are some of the giant dinosaurs and their features. Argentinosaurus is a herbivorous dinosaur belonging to the Titanosauria group and lived in South America during the Cretaceous period. Its estimated length was between 30 to 35 meters and its weight was around 80 to 100 tons. Argentinosaurus is considered one of the largest known dinosaurs and was probably one of the longest-necked dinosaurs. Patagotitan is a dinosaur belonging to the same Titanosauria group and lived in South America like Argentinosaurus. It could reach up to about 37 meters tall and weighed on average around 69 tons. Patagotitan is one of the largest known dinosaurs, with skeletal remains demonstrating the size of this large creature. Dreadnoughtus also belongs to the Titanosauria suborder and lived in Patagonia. Its height was estimated to be 26 meters and its weight was around 59 tons. Skeletal remains indicate that Dreadnoughtus was a fairly large dinosaur. Sauroposeidon is a species of giant sauropod belonging to the family Brachiosauridae and lived in North America during the Cretaceous period. It was around 30 to 34 meters tall, but is more uncertain about its weight. According to some estimates, it may have weighed 50 tons. Distinguish this dinosaur from other giant sauropods. Paralititan is a herbivorous dinosaur also belonging to the suborder Titanosauria and lived in Egypt during the Cretaceous period. Its height reached an estimated 26–29 meters and its weight was approximately 59 tons. Paralititan was one of the giant dinosaurs of Africa at the time. These large dinosaurs roamed the Earth throughout the Mesozoic era. Titanosaurs, specifically this subgroup of large dinosaurs, represent the largest land animals in Earth's history. The size of these huge creatures, their enormous food needs, and likely slow movement provide scientists with important information about dinosaurs' physiology, lifestyle, and ecological roles. The issue of why dinosaurs became extinct is still a matter of great scientific debate, and several different theories have been put forward. Here is a detailed explanation about the extinction of dinosaurs. Asteroid impact theory. This theory holds that dinosaurs became extinct as a result of a large asteroid or comet impact that marked the end of the Cretaceous period. This event occurred approximately 66 million years ago and resulted in the Cretaceous Paleogene. A mass extinction event called the limit occurred. An asteroid or comet impact caused dust, smoke, and debris to disperse into the atmosphere, leading to prolonged winter conditions. This resulted in reduced vegetation cover and thus reduced food sources for herbivorous dinosaurs. Also believed that dinosaur populations took a huge hit due to climate changes, direct impact effects, fires, and radiation exposure. Theory of volcanic activity. Another theory argues that the extinction of dinosaurs was due to massive volcanic activity. According to this theory, atmospheric gas and sulfur dioxide levels caused by large volcanic eruptions led to climate changes and marine acidity, destroying the dinosaurs' habitats. This volcanic activity, it has been associated with major volcanic events called traps. These formed over millions of years towards the end of the Cretaceous period and caused massive lava flows. Sea level changes. Another factor that led to dinosaur extinction may have been sea level changes. Fluctuations in sea level could affect the land areas where dinosaurs lived and shrink their habitat. Sea level rise could inundate areas where dinosaurs lived, while sea level declines could increase land areas. Such changes could affect dinosaurs' access to food sources and habitats. Competition and evolutionary factors. Some scientists suggest that dinosaurs became extinct due to competition, disease, or evolutionary reasons. For example, there are theories that mammals could replace dinosaurs or that they could not adapt to dinosaurs' lifestyles. Additionally, it is thought that some dinosaur species may not have been able to adapt to changing conditions due to their specialization, that is, their specialization to certain habitats or food sources. Each of these theories offers different explanations for why dinosaurs went extinct. They were probably under the influence of a combination of factors that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. This issue is still an area where scientific research continues and will be better understood in the future with new information and evidence. Dinosaur fossils are fossil samples that form the basis of paleontology and are of great importance in many different branches of science. The role of dinosaur fossils in scientific studies and the impact of the discoveries are as follows. Evolution and biology research. Dinosaur fossils contribute greatly to the understanding of the evolution and biology of life. Dinosaurs are among the theropods considered the ancestors of modern birds. Dinosaur fossils provide information about the anatomy, behavior, and lifestyle of these large dinosaurs, and this information helps us understand how today's birds evolved. Geological history and paleogeography. Dinosaur fossils guide studies of geological history and paleogeography. These fossils help us determine the history of old rocks found in underground layers. The discovery of dinosaur fossils allows us to study the settlement of ancient continents and changing climatic conditions. Biodiversity and climate research. Dinosaur fossils help us study biodiversity and climate changes during the Mesozoic era. These fossils also provide information about the vegetation and marine life of that period. Dinosaur fossils are used to understand the effects of climate changes, sea level rise and fall, and volcanic activity. Education and public awareness. Dinosaur fossils are important for education and public awareness. Dinosaurs attract great attention, especially among children, and contribute to the popularization of science. Dinosaur fossils displayed in museums help the general public become interested in paleontology and increase their interest in science. Discovery of new species. The discovery of dinosaur fossils leads to the introduction of new species to the scientific world. These new species inspire a better understanding of the evolutionary tree and further scientific research. For example, a new dinosaur species discovered by paleontologists could provide more information about the history of life. Dinosaur fossils enable scientific discoveries about the understanding of prehistoric life, the evolution of biology, and the Earth's geological past. Additionally, these fossils stimulate people's curiosity about the natural world and raise awareness about science. For this reason, dinosaur fossils are one of the important research areas that attract the attention of the scientific world and the general public. Geological traces and evidence from the time when dinosaurs lived help scientists understand the existence and lifestyle of these ancient creatures. The most obvious geological trace of dinosaurs is their fossil remains. The bones, teeth, shells and egg traces of dinosaurs are preserved as fossils and are found in fossil beds in later periods. These fossil remains allow paleontologists to study the anatomy, size, behavior and evolution of dinosaurs. The areas where dinosaurs lived and fossilized collectively are called dinosaur beds. These beds provide information about dinosaurs' behavior, reproductive habits and communal living. For example, when dinosaur eggs and hatchlings are found together, important information can be obtained about the reproductive behavior of dinosaurs. Footprints from the period in which dinosaurs lived help us trace their movements and habitats in the past. These marks can be preserved when left in soft ground such as mud and sand. Footprints are used to determine the size and movements of dinosaurs. Geological formations from the time of the dinosaurs help us understand the environmental conditions and climate of that period. For example, sediments and rock layers formed during the Cretaceous period indicate the habitats of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs consumed plants as part of their diet. Therefore, plant fossils from that period allow us to examine the habitats and feeding habits of dinosaurs. In particular, plant remains obtained from dinosaur feces provide important information about the dinosaur's diet. The presence of dinosaurs in the past can sometimes lead to geological manifestations. For example, the traces of nests dug by dinosaurs or the holes they dug during their search for food may be traces that reflect the behavior of these creatures. These dinosaur tracks and evidence help paleontologists learn more about dinosaurs' lifestyles, ecological roles, and evolutionary history. Additionally, these traces contribute to our understanding of the ecosystems of the time when dinosaurs lived and the history of the planet. Don't forget to subscribe for brand new documentaries and more scientific content.